We're bundling up because we have to go outside, and it's supposed to be like 20s.
And windy. Good windy.
Yeah, I think feels like temperature is going to be
in the teens.
Yeah, which we had 60s yesterday for comparison. So our bodies are not going to know what to do. Not going to know what to do. We're about to brave out the cold. Wish us luck. And no, I did not lose a bet. That's not why I'm wearing the Chicago hat. Well, it's surprisingly calm. And we have like 80 different layers on. So I think that's helping a little bit. The geese just spotted Nick. Every time they spot Nick, they go crazy.
My hands are gonna be cold.
So I'm gonna check on our chickens and see how they did. Hi, sweeties. Oh, you're all gonna come out. It is very windy today. You may actually want to stay in the run. Not you? Okay. Well, let's check in here to see how bad it got. So it got as low as 24 in here, which, 2 degrees higher than what was outside, or what we believe it was outside. And Phyllis is laying. Hi, Phil. You just sitting there? Are you warm and toasty? You want me to close the front door, don't you? All right, I'm going to clean your poo shelf in a few minutes. It's a good idea. Thank you. The water frozen?
Yes.
Okay.
Solid.
So they drank a good deal of it, which is good. And I'm on water duty. So I'm going to be changing out the waters because I have to get to work. But let's get these babies fed.
Cashman, he's awake. He's looking warm, running around. Yeah.
Stay warm.
All right, let's see this. You girls gonna stay inside? Good morning. Good morning, Chloe.
Hey, Chloe.
Get some worms. Let me get some worms.
I'll take care of the boys. The geese will be let out a little bit by Nick. Cash just got fed. And you can see he's just happy. Trying to stay warm. And I'm going to go deal with these frozen buckets. We're getting ready to do our evening chores, which consists of really changing out the waters, making sure that the chickens all got in. I think it's going to be a little bit dark, so we figured we would just let you know what it is that we're going to do. We're going to try with the flashlight. So hopefully you guys will be able to see some of what we see, but really it's been cold today, but not as cold as it's going to get. So we'll see.
It's going to be like, what's that movie where they film with the flashlights in their face and they're running through the forest.
Blair Witch Project?
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
Because it's going to be dark.
So I actually enjoy going out for night chores, but they're not my favorite. I like morning chores best. Yeah. So it's nice and dark. We don't like to use a lot of extra lighting because, again, we kind of enjoy the fact that nature does get dark at night. But we do bring out a flashlight when we go run our evening errands. It's a lot easier when it's the summer. But we're just going to check to make sure that all the chickens went in and that, you know, there's nothing in their run. So they're all good. Today we are going to bring in the chicken waterer because they don't use it at night. They're obviously closed in the coop. So I'm going to take that today and refill it so it's ready to go tomorrow. One of the things that happened today was we didn't do that. And so their water was frozen and we had to wait a little bit for it to unfreeze. Now the chickens had access to water because they'll just go in the goose pen and get their water from there. So we weren't concerned about them not having water. It was more their specific water was frozen for a little bit. All right, so we're going to check on the chickens just to make sure that there's 13 of them, which is the number. So our camera, the security camera, actually goes on for a little bit of time, which is what we typically use. And right now it's 36 degrees. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe not. But it's 36 degrees in here. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 chickens in here. So we are going to move Creed to get her with the others, just to get her a little bit warmer. There you go, Creed. It's okay, Creed. Creed tries to stay by herself, and I think that was just from when she had to deal with Penny. But she's nice and good in here. They're all puffed up and hopefully nice and warm. That's why they have that extra layer. And at 36, it's still a tolerable weather for them or temperature for them. It's just the fact that they're not used to it and that we went from, 60s yesterday to 22. So, but they're doing okay. I'm just going to check the nesting box one more time just to make sure that there was nothing else there.
Sean and Gus are still walking around. They're usually the last ones to get tucked in. Hello, busybodies. You know where to go. Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to be on camera? Oh. Gus is an action star.
They love being on camera. So, hello, Lucy. Hi, my sweet poppy.
Hello, ladies.
How are you both? All right, we're just checking your waters and refilling your hay.
Ladies, you want the water inside or outside, ladies?
You want one of the waters inside?
Good deal.
Okay. So the good thing about putting the water inside is that it helps with the wind and it actually keeps it from freezing a little bit longer than if we didn't do it. Nick is working on getting the alfalfa for the girls and the boys, and I'm gonna go and get the food for Sean and Gus. So the boys are the last ones to get hay and to get their waters checked. And
you guys are doing good with hay. You want some fresh on the top? Fresh.
You guys did really good with your hay today, huh?
Yeah.
From dinner time?
They do. So all the hay that they waste becomes their bedding. So this is pretty, it's a deep litter that we leave for the boys most of the year. So we'll probably do a cleanup maybe next month. How does that sound, Clark? Once it falls on the floor, they don't eat it, so they're good little dudes. Big dudes.
Yeah, look at you. You're so cute.
You're all covered. You're just fully immersed in the hay.
And their water seems to be okay, so we're going to
drink a lot during the night.
All right, Clark. I am leaving you.
You're playing. Oh, headbutt. All right, dudes. Have a good night.
If you're wondering about Chloe Claire, she spends most of the night out. She's just a barn cat. She likes to do her own thing. But when she does get cold or need a rest, she knows how to get into the container And so that's where she spends her evening. We have a comforter set out that she can use for bedding, but for the most part, she just does her own thing, so we don't worry too much about her. We just like to see her in the morning just to make sure that she's okay. Good night, ladies.
Good night.
We love you.
Good night, little man.
Yes.
Good night, Minnie. Good night, Rosa. Good night, Buttercup.
Good night, Aurora.
They're inside.
Sweet. Good
night,
night,
Gus.
Sean and Gus. Yes, good night
Good
to
night,
you.
little Cash Man.
Good night, Cash.
Good night,
Good-
Mr. Go, Clarky.
Good night, Clarkity Clark. Good night, Misty. Good night, chickens.
Good night, chickens.
Good night, sweet chickens. And of course, good night, garden.
Ooh,
I'm so excited to get home.
you can actually see the stars. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but that is the cool thing about being out in the country, is being able to see the stars. And today's a nice clear night. So we're gonna get inside and get warm, but we were happy that you came along with us to see what it's like when you actually have to go out in the cold. And thank God that there was no precipitation. We'll save that for Thursday.
Don't forget, as always, you are awesome and you are loved.
Until next time.